Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed this super simple neutral eyeshadow look. It kind of got a little more glittery than I wanted it to, but it's fine. I wanted to try some different products that I purchased recently, but I used the Tarte Aspyn Ovard palette. This packaging is so gorgeous and I really love this palette as well. So in this tutorial I only did my eyes and my lips, but if you're interested in what else I have on the rest of my face, it will be down in the description box. So if you guys want to see how I got this neutral makeup look, then just keep watching. Forgot to put primer on today. Oops. So I wanted to try this P. Louise eye makeup base that everyone is talking about. I bought the shade Rumor 02. So I already accidentally put concealer on my eyes, but I did not set it. So I'm just gonna take, I guess I should use a brush. That's why everyone uses as a brush. So apparently this is like the best makeup base for like pigment and color payoff, longevity, and you don't set it down with the powder. So I'm gonna use this MAC 242S brush. There's a fly in here. Ugh. But I'm just gonna take that all over. Maybe I have to use more than this. I didn't put very much on the back of my hand. So I don't think I have on enough compared to like the videos I've seen people using this. Like they use a bunch, but I'm kind of scared because I've always only used my concealer as my eyeshadow base. The shipping for this did take a little bit longer because it came from overseas, but I've had it now for like 2 weeks. So I just wanted to try it for the first time on camera. And hopefully I love it and never want to use anything else again. But I think it was like maybe $20 with shipping, so it's reasonable for international shipping. Nothing crazy. I don't know if this is enough, you guys. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know. I feel like, and everyone like drags it out, but I'm just doing like a pretty chill makeup look. For my eyes today, I'm going to take this Aspyn Ovard palette from Tarte. Ovard, I don't know how you really pronounce her last name, but this palette, the packaging is beautiful, but it's just like a really neutral, everyday kind of eyeshadow palette. So you have a blush, a highlight, and then these 9 eyeshadows. So first, I'm going to take my Morphe M502 and use the shade High School Sweetheart right here. Just work that into my crease. This is like a pinkish tone brown, but I just love this palette because all of my palettes that have browns are really warm tone, but this is like really neutral and it's so pretty. Okay, so that's nice and blended, and now I'm going to take the shade Tea Time down here on the bottom, using that same Morphe M502 to blend. And my eyeshadow always gets like these little creases like for my skin when I blend it, but you can see it more with this base because this base is more thick than a concealer. It doesn't bother me. I don't ever try to fix it really, but you can see it more today. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this deeper brown shade. This one is called Road Trip, and use that same brush, but really just press it into my outer V. Just a tad. Whenever I'm wanting to focus an eyeshadow on a certain part of my eye, sorry, I have like an eyebrow hair or something, I don't know. Anyway, but I always dip my brush in like, you know, more specifically, just so I can make sure I'm putting product only where I want it to go on my eye. So if I dip my whole brush in there and you put it on your eye, it's gonna go up further. So if you struggle with like getting too messy with blending, just make sure you're dipping your brush in and then applying it where you actually want it to go on the brush. So it just kind of helps you. especially with the bigger fluffy brush like this. I could obviously switch brushes to make it more easy, but paying attention to how you're dipping your brush in the eyeshadow does make a difference, especially if you're a beginner. And now I'm gonna go into some of the shimmery shades. So first, I'm going to take Wanderlust. It's more like a satin. So you could probably use it in the crease too, but I'm gonna use it on the lid. And I'm gonna use my finger as always. But it does have little flecks of gold in it, and this is a warmer brown. But I'm gonna blend that center gold shade over it. It's called Heart of Gold. So that's really a lot warmer than what I was thinking, but I just want to use different shades from the palette. So I'm going to take my Morphe M433 and just kind of blend that into my lid. But now I'm going to take Heart of Gold right here that I just mentioned. It's in the middle. And this is a more dry shimmer, but it is super, super pretty. So I'm just going to place that on top of Wanderlust. This is gorgeous, but it's still really bronzy from that shade. I didn't expect it to be. Oops, it's okay, I'll wipe that off. So this stupid fly. So what I do if I get a lot of fallout on my face like that from eyeshadow, I'll take a brush. I use my Aspyn taper brush, but this is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. You can use any kind of translucent powder, but I just take like a generous amount on the brush, and then I'll just wipe off that fallout so it doesn't just smudge on my skin. Extra powder kind of creates like a barrier. This is definitely the most pigmented that these eyeshadows have ever applied, because this is the third time that I've used this palette, and these colors have never been as vibrant as they have today with this P. Louise base. So that's good. I just kind of need to play around with it some more. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyebrows with Anastasia Clear Brow Gel just to get all those little stray hairs off of my eyelid. And then I am gonna go in with a Stila glitter eyeshadow. So this set, I saw on Sephora.com, they look a lot bigger on the website than they do when you actually get them. But I don't really use single eyeshadows a lot, so I thought this would be good to get to, you know, try something out, and if I use enough, I'll go buy the full size, but I doubt I will. So I'm gonna take the shade Smoldering Satin right here and use the applicator first, just to kind of pat that onto my lid, which has a lot of silver in it. A lot more silver than what I wanted. Let's see, we have Kitten Karma and Rose Gold Retro, so those are really rosy tones. I'm blending this with the same MAC 242 brush, but it really brings out a lot of the silver in it, and it still has this base on it. Probably should have wiped that off first. Okay. Not really feeling this. Okay, we're gonna try Kitten Karma. Still has a lot of silver in it too. But dang, these are like all just like silver. Maybe there's like an inconsistency because of the fact that it's a small tube, but I don't know. But seriously, it looks exactly the same as Smoldering Satin. Smoldering Satin hardly had any pigment to it, and this one doesn't even have like a lot of rose gold to it like it looks in the packaging. I don't know. We're already at this point. Let's go with it. Okay, so to work on the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back into the Tarte palette and use Tea Time on a little pencil brush right here, just to tie in our lower lash line to the top portion of my lid. And using that same pencil brush, I'm going to take this shade Brilliance right here and just pop that onto my inner corner to highlight a little bit. I put some of that base there specifically for this reason. And whenever I wear eyeshadow and I do like a little pop of color right there, or I put any kind of eyeshadow there, it always wears off pretty quickly. So I guess we'll get to see if it stays well. So this look is obviously very basic, but I know a lot of people look for that, and since my last tutorial was bright pink and different colors, I thought this would be okay to do. Taking my little Luxie Beauty Nose Perfecting brush just to kind of clean up that nose contour from where I wiped off the fallout from my face. And now we're gonna apply lips. Okay, I'm gonna use Kylie Candy K lip liner. For the actual lipstick, let's take this Bite Blondie multi-stick. I've never used this as anything else except for a lipstick, but I know you can use this like a blush or contour, whatever. So I'm just gonna blend that out over the lip liner a little bit with my finger. So now I'm gonna do a gloss. Let's do Tantalize. This is the Bare Minerals gloss. Haven't used it in a while. And it goes with this lip. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of neutral eyeshadow look. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.